My 2005 Yukon XL, which is my family hauler, has a problem with the lock actuator. It doesn't lock, and you're able to open the hatch and the entire liftgate with the rest of the doors locked. I've got a new lock actuator. Let's pull this in the garage and get this fixed. By the way, you're looking straight up right now because the hatch is open. This isn't the barn door style that, hinges and opens up. So what we've got is a whole bunch of push connectors all around the outside, as well as one little screw right here that holds the hand pull thingy on. So I'm going to grab the right socket, which is probably 8mm or so. That seems to be pretty common on this. Remember, I play with classics most of the time. I speak SAE. So we're going to start getting all of the push pins and stuff removed. We'll time lapse this so you can see what goes on. So here's the lock actuator. There's the glass latch, and down that's the bottom of the liftgate there. So to get this off, we actually have to take this whole plate off. To do that, you're going to need to grab some needle nose pliers, squeeze those, push them through. The balls are going to go through a little detent. Nope, that needs a little bit more room that I can do by hand. And it's just 10mm bolts around the edges. Make sure you take your connectors free, and you're going to have to pop the glass from the outside so that way it lets go at the latch. Time lapse time. So we've got the plate out, it's on the bench. Now I'm putting the new lock actuator next to the old one. I'm seeing that there's a little bit difference in the shape and size of this, but as far as I can tell, all of the mounting points look like they're going to match up just fine. So I'm also noticing there's another hole right here in the plate, which would line up with that hole to lock this guy down. Slip into that one, slip into that one. So let's just start by taking this screw out. I'm going to put that in my pocket where it can promptly get lost. Or not. Hopefully not. So it looks like it's just going to pop out like that. We're going to take this off like that, set it there. Take the new one, put it here, slide it into that little detent, and press it right down in. Oop. It helps if you get the lock in the right place. It looks like it's going to actuate correctly. Let's flip it over just to make sure all the detents are where they need to be. Everything looks like it's sitting down tight. So let's take the screw that I promptly said I wasn't going to lose, put it there, just like that. So now that that's swapped, I'm going to take it over, plug it back into the wiring harness, lock and unlock it to prove that it's going to work like it needs to. I kind of feel like Wilson from Tool Time. Howdy ho, the neighbor. Anyways, so I just put this guy back up there, hooked up the wiring, and made sure that the actuator actuated. So now I'm just going to reverse disassembly, pull the hatch down, push the glass up a little bit, put those bolts into place, and bolt this thing down, and then I'll work on getting the cables pushed back through with their ball detents, and yeah, catch up with you in a second. With the panel back in place, and I checked it to make sure it locks and unlocks like it's supposed to, I'm going to work on putting all the plastics back on, which are over there on the floor next to the beautiful 65 Riviera. Anyways, so let's just start putting the plastics back on and get this back together. So with the lock actuator done, all the plastic is put back on. There's only one thing left to do. That's to try it to make sure that it's actually going to work. So, it's locked. You know how hard it is to try and find a button like that when I'm looking that way at the camera? Very hard. So, that's a success. So guys, this isn't something that's terribly hard. You can do it with inexpensive parts. You can also drop your keys on the floor. That's good too. So anyways, I'm going to drop some links in the description to where you can get the parts to do this job, as well as some of the things you saw in this video, some of the tools I used. I love my skill stuff, but that's just me. Use whatever you've got. That's the best tool you have is the one you've got. So thanks for watching, guys. We'll catch you later.